Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the Masterpiece, the most inspirational show in the land. Today's masterpiece, hailing from the great state of Arizona. He's a father, he's a husband, he's a professional, business professional. He's practiced martial arts for over 25 years, and he's a natural bodybuilder. So stay tuned to hear Mr. Tony Abdo and his story after his intro. We'll be right back.
Okay, let's go. Okay, let's.
Good evening, sir. Thanks for joining us on Masterpiece. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me as well.
How's things in Arizona?
Pretty hot still. We're still waiting until next week to get down to the 70s. We're still hitting the 90s right now.
Okay. Yeah, so thanks for being the Masterpiece. Thank you for your time. Like I said, our goal here on the Masterpiece is to inspire people to get active, stay active. So if we inspire one, then our job is done. So jumping straight into the show. So based upon our background discussion, you say you've been exercising since you was the tender age of 4 years old. How does that happen, sir?
So basically, in our country, I'm from Lebanon, obviously, and in the Middle East, mostly all boys they start with martial arts. It's just like how in Israel they teach Krav Maga for the Israeli Defenses Forces. Same as us as in Lebanon, we also do traditional, mixed martial arts. So started out at the age of 4, and I just really was good at it, and I just kept continuing to do it. And by the age of 16, I've won almost like 10 times the Middle East championship.
Oh
So,
wow.
and then what they do is like they came up with this, like, hey, we want to somebody from the Middle East to, go to the Shaolin Temple. So the Shaolin Temple is basically where martial art was found 5,000 years before Jesus was born. Yes, this is me in the Shaolin Temple. So they want someone to obviously go over there, and I remember that and to that date, they sat down on a big soccer field over like 7,000 kids, and they called up my name. I'm gonna go to China to the Shaolin Temple. I just couldn't believe. I was like, wow, this is a dream come true. And I stayed there obviously for 6 months. I studied traditional wushu, which is in United States. It's called kung fu. So I studied all the styles, came back to Lebanon. I taught it for a lot of masters over there. Came back to China, learned more, went back also again. And that's really what I did for the most of the years growing up. So I never really actually worked a job like usually when kids, they are 16, 17, they go get a part-time job. I really taught martial arts at a very young age.
Oh, nice. Excuse me. I would say since I started hosting this podcast, there's been a lot of firsts. So I would say you're the first person that I ever met that has actually trained with Shaolin monks.
Yes.
So sound like a very prestigious achievement. So, but what did you? I know you were 16. What did you take away? I mean, looking back at it now, what did you take away from that whole experience?
The whole experience that I took away, that what got me who I am today, is really the discipline, learning to be consistent, learning that whenever you are doing something to perfect it, you have to do it 1,000 times where it becomes a habit. Because if it's not a habit, then it's just still a chore, right? And I think a lot of people, that's what they don't understand. Like, hey, I want to have the perfect body, or I want to lose weight, or I want to build muscles. Well, you got to be doing this repeated over. You have to have the discipline. You have to have the consistency. You have to build the daily habits. And I think it was a little bit easier for me because obviously growing up at that age, learning how to eat, how to exercise, what time to sleep, what the vitamins you should be taking, got me to where I'm at today. And looking back to it, and it's like what helped me is again the discipline, consistency, and really continuing to focus on daily habits.
Oh, nice. I can
Yeah.
only imagine the extreme level of discipline in a temple, temple full of monks. So kudos to you. I don't know if I have that level of discipline within me, but hey, my hat's off to you. So, 25 years of martial arts.
Mhm.
Like I said, you train with the monks. Why bodybuilding? What led you to get into bodybuilding?
Yeah, two people in the world that I actually looked up to them. First one was Bruce Lee. I've always looked at his body. I'm like, man, he has such an amazing body, different than all the obviously famous, like, martial arts, people. And then I looked at Jean Claude Van Damme, and I was like, wow, I want to look like Jean Claude Van Damme. I really want to have that body. And then come down to them, it's like, okay, the reason why Bruce Lee was really beyond perfect, because not only he practiced martial arts, but he also got better by lifting weights so he can get stronger, because he wanted to fight like bigger people. He wanted to look better on TV. And every kid back then, when Bruce Lee took his shirt off, everybody was like, I want to look like that.
Well, hey, you look amazing. I don't know if you mind sharing your age with the audience.
Thank you. I'm 48 actually.
Yeah. So, hey, for 48, you look amazing. Uh,
Thank
Definitely inspiration to me. Hope to look like that once I get to that age. I ain't too far from it, but once I get there, I hope to be in your level of conditioning. So, discipline. You transition from martial arts into bodybuilding.
you.
How has all this impacted your life, man? How has it changed anything, and what has it done for your life?
What it done is, obviously I made myself a career out of it. When I came to this country, I was 30. I was a little bit lost. I had to go get. I started from the beginning, because back in my country it was a civil war for 18 years. I never went to school. We were always under the bombs in the shelter. So when I came here, I got my GED. Then I got my associate. Then I got my bachelor degree. But then I just couldn't find what I really am passionate about. When I'm at the gym, people, they always stop me, like, what do you do? Do you train? I'm like, no, I don't. And then I start thinking about it. It's like, with the way I look, people, they just really want to train with me. I was lucky enough actually to work at a TV show. It's called the Extreme Makeover Weight Loss, and that was
Oh wow.
yeah, for Chris and Heidi Powell. So when they saw me at the gym, they're like, man, like, we want to hire you, like, you're an amazing like athlete. I'm like, okay. So I actually was yeah, I got hired, and I did season one, two, and
Nice.
three, and I was the coach behind the scenes for all the seasons.
Oh
uh,
wow.
and I was very inspired to see, like, wow, like, I'm actually helping so many people with my stories and what I do. And I ended up actually, starting out with my business by myself, and it grew a lot, and just really made out of career with just like showing what discipline could do, what consistency, because people, they lack that. And what I've learned is, when people are surrounded by people like us, they just become better, you
Yeah.
know. And that's the reason why I start feel like I have so many followers. The people, they want to follow me, they want to do what I do, is because they want that. And like, and it's hard to find people these days like that, are consistent and disciplined, especially when you get to an age where, like, you have family, you have kids, you have responsibilities. But I always will tell my clients, you gotta show up for yourself, you gotta take care of yourself. If you don't, you only have one body, one life to live for the rest of your life. Why might not just live it to the fullest? Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I agree with you. So I'm right there. Live to the fullest. Hey, live beyond your limits.
Yep.
So transition from martial arts to bodybuilding. Been bodybuilding for 2 years. Was there a point that you doubted or you didn't believe you could be a bodybuilder? If so, I mean, how did you overcome that?
Yeah, to be honest, I did my first competition, and for some reason, I don't know why, I thought like, oh, it's a natural bodybuilding. I'm sure I'm gonna beat everyone. I'm gonna do it. So when I felt my first bodybuilding, I was like, wow, actually everybody looks amazing, And I remember I got fourth in the open, second in the masters. So I actually doubted myself. I went back. I was like, man, I thought I was too good. I'm like, I don't think I want to, like, challenge myself to do that. But then I sat back and I was like, you know what? I've always been a achiever. I really want to work better and get better. So I want to, they told me, hey, go ask the judges what you need feedback. And I didn't know you could do that. So I asked the judges what feedback, and they gave it to me. And they told me you can compete in like another, like, I think it was 6 weeks. I'm like, all right, I'll make the changes. And I did, won my pro card, and I was like, wow, I actually can do that. Like, and it's just really like, What I like about competing, a lot of people they think, I'm competing to win, win, win. I'm like, no, actually, I only won one time, to be honest. But what I like about it is us as right now men at that age, if we don't have goals, we tend to start sliding backward. We tend to
Yeah.
start, get into like, old habits. And when we set these goals, it's just really, I start to feel like, wow, actually, bodybuilding, it has changed my life mentally and physically. Not only that I'm a better person, I'm a better father, I'm a better husband, I'm a better coach, because now I'm showing my clients that I actually can walk the walk and talk the talk just like you are, you know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Very important. Lead by example. So
Yeah.
I try to tell my kids like I wouldn't actually do something that I wasn't willing or I haven't already done myself. So, but
Exactly. Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, but you just was it last month before you competed in the Jordan Cup. So Jordan Cup is one of the biggest natural bodybuilding events out there. Can you share with us how was that experience? How did that make you feel?
Yeah, it was the most beautiful experience you'll ever do. It's like the Olympia for natural bodybuilders. You get there and you see the best athletes. Basically, I mean, I would say, of course, in the United States, but also Canadians, Australians were there. And then when you're backstage, you really understand the camaraderie out of it. Like everybody is friendly, everybody is like wants to see you doing good, everybody high fives you, and it's just amazing, to be on a stage, to feel like wow, I actually made it to the biggest stage in the United States, right? Like here I am, a person who come from Lebanon, where like I didn't think I can fit here in this country, and now I'm actually making it to the biggest stage. Where again, that's for natural Olympia. So I was very very actually excited like to be up there and just to see everyone backstage high-fiving you and giving you feedback. And I remember when I actually posted my picture a couple of days after, um, so many of these amazing athletes commented and started following you and just like, man, you're just an inspiration, like to do this at that age, like we look up for you, like I want to be like you when I get to that age. And it's like it's such an amazing feeling. It makes you feel like it's all worth it. Like it's you never ever will. Of course, everybody wants to win. You're going there to win, but for some reason, for me, I feel like at that age, I don't really care about winning because I know that there's so many amazing athletes over there. Being on stage is just humble to be up there with these amazing athletes that they've been competing for so many years, and knowing that wow, I can actually fit there. Like I am fitting with like the best in the United States, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can only imagine because I mean I go to the gym every day and I don't see a lot of bodybuilders. So like,
No.
hey, I am a bodybuilder, but day to day I don't see a lot about. I don't talk to a lot of other bodybuilders. It's like I really don't see these guys until I get on stage. But like, it's a lot of respect, a lot of respect because I understand what they're going through and what it took for them to get on stage. And it's like, man, regardless of the outcome, I'm hopefully the package. I'm proud of the package I bring to the stage. But at the same time, I got a lot of respect for the guys and the competitors that's on the stage with me. So, because
Yes.
not many are able to do it. But
Exactly.
so if you had a so like I said, you have a very unique story, sir. So it's like you led a very interesting life. So from the Shaolin, the monks to the bodybuilding, the martial arts. If you had to take one word, since you guys exercise at 4 years old to describe yourself, what will be that one word and why?
You know, dream big. Dream big is because that's two words, but dream because I would never forget when I was a kid when I used to watch all these American movies. All the old American movies. I mean, I love them all. The cowboy movies and all that. I used to dream. I used to say, man, like I want to go to this country. Like I want to be like Jean Claude Van Damme. I want to be like Bruce Lee. I want to be inspired, right? And we have only one airport in Lebanon, and that airplane used to go every day from here to I don't know where. And I used to say every day, one day I'm gonna go on that airplane and I'm gonna really go to this country and do something. But I feel like whenever you have a vision and you dream every day that you're gonna be something, you're gonna be there. Um, it's then you look back, you're like, wow, I actually made that dream come true. And so many people they doubt. I mean, I still have like my brother there, my family there. They just always doubted themselves. Like, I mean, who cares? We're never gonna be this. And I was always the opposite. I'm like, no, one day I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do this. So I've always had that vision, and I really hope a lot of people. I know that there's so much things out there, but I really hope like young, kids or even teenagers. I look at them like, look, if you have a vision and you have a goal, the sky is the limit, right? Like you can do whatever you want as long as you have that vision and you have that goal mindset. You keep working, no matter how much you fall, stand up and just keep moving forward. You're gonna get there.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Being consistent, walking by faith, and having that strong belief and even desire. So, like I said, of all you accomplished, what keeps you motivated? What's your source of inspiration? What keeps you going?
um my kids mostly, I always want to be the best example for them. I always want to show them that through hard work, through dedication, you'll get whatever you want, whatever you want to be. And also, like when I look back, how I grew up in the Civil War, I always feel like there's so many kids right now out there that they don't have what I have. Like I need to work harder. I want to do better. I want to be better, because again, life is too short. And I just always feel like there's so much to learn. There's so much to get from this life. And all you take with you is memories. So why don't you always get whatever you want, from this life and make your kids proud, make your parents proud, especially me come from a country where like you have to make your parents proud no matter what.
Yeah,
There's a no negotiation. So I always wanted to look and to make my parents proud and my kids proud where like that dad had a unique life. It's not like he only worked from 8 to 5. He had a
yeah,
very unique life. He worked so hard and this is where he got, you know? Yeah.
yeah. Kudos. I mean, this generation is different from our generation, so
Yeah. Amen.
it's important for them to have that example of being physically fit. So I mean, I feel the same. So I do it for my kids. So I was a track guy. So I'm very thankful that both of my kids have picked up track and field, and they're doing pretty good. So
I love it. That's awesome.
yeah. I'm proud of that. So after all you've done, what's next for you? What do you hope to achieve next?
Really, I mean, my goal is to win one time at a pro level. I just want to win one time. Like when you're on your pro card, you think like, "Oh, this is it, man."
Yeah,
You go down with the pros, like you barely making top 10. You're like, "Wow!" So, literally, my goal is to just get better every year, and I can tell, like I've gotten so much better with my physique, but there's always improvement. There's always weeks, but my goal is to really make it one time where I win a pro show and I say like, all right, I won a pro show.
okay. Well, would you call it quits, or you can push it until you just know it's time to go?
Um, I mean, from the feedback, what I got from the judges is like I need to have a little bit more size, and I just feel like right now, again, with the men's physique, it's really changing a lot, right?
Yeah,
Back in the days, it's like no, if you were small and tight and cut, you're gonna win. Now they're looking also for more size. They're looking for like balance with your legs and upper body. So when I get the feedback from them, like you need to add a little more size. So I think that's what my goal is to add a little bit more size, about maybe like 5, 6 more pounds, and see how I look on stage. And this is like it's very hard at this age to gain muscles without fat.
yeah,
It's actually doing it at a natural way. I tell my clients like gaining 5 pounds, it takes a full year. It's not like
yeah,
3 months. You're not gonna gain three
yeah,
months. So yeah, so that's really my goal, and keep really working more and more on the posing. I mean, this is the hardest part. We tend to pose, but then when you look back, like man, I forgot to tighten my abs. I forgot to
yeah.
keep my chest tight. So posing just takes so much. So those two things I really want to work on. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I guess that's kind of underappreciated. The amount of energy it takes to hold a pose and to really showcase those muscles as you transition and holding poses. So for me, that is the most challenging aspect of the whole process. So holding
Yes.
those poses and showing your stomach and your abs and everything else is like
Everything
it's a
has to
great
look good. Yeah, your face, your smile, your shoulders, your
yeah,
I mean, no one knows like when you go and pose every day for 10 to 15 minutes, it's like it's a workout itself.
yeah, it is. It
Yeah.
is. And if you have a posing coach that like to hold you in his pose, it's like,
Oh man, that's even worse.
So yeah, I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
So like I said, our goal here is to inspire people to get active, stay active. So with all you achieved, what bit of advice, what bit of inspiration can you give the audience?
Find things that not only you enjoy, but find a goal that challenge you. Don't ever like set a goal where you feel like you've done that, right? Like when you want to set a goal, set a time, and set a smart goal that has to be specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and put a time sensitive on it. When you do that, there's no more backing around. Like that's it, right? Like like when we set a goal for a show, like all right, I got 4 months. That means everything has
Yeah.
to be perfect. You got to sleep at this time, wake up at this time, do that. It's like you're moving like a robot. And some people they think, well, isn't that too much? I'm like, no, this is what it takes to get to that level. And it's the same if
Yeah.
you're studying for a degree or want to or whatever you really want to build a business, you're gonna have to spend some time. So set a smart goal, not just a goal. Yeah.
But thank you, sir. Thank you for all your inspiration, your motivation. Thank you for your time for being on the show. We want to take a minute for you to talk about your business. Let me find
Yes.
the slide. Here we go, sir. The floor is yours. Please talk to us about Team Elite Coaching.
Yeah, so teammate coaching obviously was found 2 years ago when I was working with Chris and Heidi Powell with the extreme overweight loss. I was the head coach of their company. We had over like 600 clients. And obviously, wanted to branch on my own. And the reason why I called it Team Elite because I always feel like, you know, um, it's a team effort. You can never do one thing by yourself. Like everything has to be a team effort. If you're struggling with your mindset, you need someone to help you with that. Nutrition, training, and I have over 68 clients online and about 20 in person.
Wow.
Yeah, so I've been building my business for a long time, but I really enjoy it a lot. And what I do specifically, I work individually with clients. Obviously, depending if there are contest preparation, I have a program with all concert preparation where I'm meeting with them on a weekly basis on a Zoom call. They have to send me weekly progress update pictures, measurements, weight. I have to give them specific, diet plans, workout plans. Also, depending what their, divisions are, if it's men's physique, wellness, classic bodybuilding. I also have a majority of my clients are lifestyle. We're like, hey, I'm here. I want to lose 20, 25 pounds. I really want to look good. Or some people, I have clients that they want to lose 100 pounds, right?
Oh,
So
wow.
not only I focus on diet and exercise, every single week I work with my clients. We meet on a big Zoom call and I teach coaching, behavior coaching. They're called mindset team lessons on how to find your why, how to work on being beneficially selfish, how to work on fear, how to work on obviously a lot of different topics we work on, and they have a homework every single week that they have to work on to only not only work on their diet and nutrition, also their mindset. I also work with my clients to create vision boards, goal boards, and review it with them on a weekly basis to see how where they at with the goal, where they're getting. Also focus on building daily habits with them. So it's really a whole platform that I have clients that they've also been with me for over 4 years.
Oh,
They
wow.
they don't want to leave because they feel the accountability part of it is the best thing for them. And I have clients that they've lost hundreds of pounds. I have over 12 clients earn their pro cards. So I really enjoy what I do, and I don't call it a job because I work every day and I love what I do.
Well, thank you, sir. Thank you for your contribution to the fitness community and uh, getting people to reach those fitness goals and impacting, I guess, this heart disease and this lack of due to exercise. So kudos to you, 68 clients, man.
It's a lot.
Yes, that sounds like a lot. See, I can
Yeah.
only imagine 68 personalities and 68
Yep.
different goals. Yeah, that's a lot. So kudos to you.
Thank
Be
you.
praying for your strength and everything else. But y'all heard it from here from Coach Tony. If you're in Arizona, go visit Team Elite Coaching. And if you're online, scan that QR code and get with him. Yeah, he got 68 clients, but I'm sure he got room for for
Yes,
many,
I
many,
will.
many, many, many more. So yeah, so reach out and join him. So any parting thoughts for us, sir?
Thank you so much for having me. I truly appreciate that camaraderie, and my goal is one day me and you we're gonna share that stage. That's for sure.
Well, that's my goal too. So I'm eyeing that show in Arizona. So I don't know if it's a pro show, it's an amateur show. I don't know, but yeah, maybe I'll be in your neck of woods to actually jump on stage. But if nothing else, God says the same. Hopefully, I'll be on the stage in Carolina for that Jordan Cup. So
Yes,
we'll see. So
100%.
ho- hopefully you're there too. So I can
Yes.
say, hey, I share the stage. But few things. If you know anyone that wants to come on the masterpiece or you think would be interested in coming to the podcast, please share.
Yep, for sure we'll do that.
So I appreciate that. And if anything comes up in the future that I think you'll be a good fit, so like I said, you have a very interesting life. You have done a lot of things, so I would definitely reach back out to see if you're interested in coming back for
Oh,
another show.
100%. I have a lot of stories, so whenever we
Yeah,
want, I would love to share them with you. Yes.
yeah. So we would love to hear your stories. So, but as always, the masterpiece for the day, Mr. Tony Abdo, a true masterpiece, a true inspiration. Thank you for your time, sir. Appreciate you. Hope to see you on the stage. Till next time, this has been the masterpiece. Follow, like, share, and there's Mr. Abdo's Instagram. Follow, like, share, and reach out to him as well. All right, thank you, sir. Thank you,
Thank you.
everyone. Till next time, out.
Bye.